Good evening, everyone. How is your Thursday? I am so hyped for today. You have no idea. Um, but yeah, I gotta like control myself today. It's a very important evening, very important game for the team that I love. I'm wearing my Arsenal shirt for the first time on stream. Um, but yeah, before we like jump into the game, like gonna probably play somewhere in the background. We have to do some Project Zomboid stuff, and I see Kingy, my Norwegian, right? You're Norwegian. My Norwegian friend. I hope I remember that. I know you're from Scandinavia. I don't remember. Where have you been? I haven't seen you in ages. I hope you were up to something fun. Anyways, guys, again, we're picking up where we left off the last time. It's been long. It's been 2 months, 5 days in. Um, Nice. So my memory serves me right. That's awesome. So we've been 2 months in with this character, over 3 months in through the entire playthrough. I don't have like a specific agenda for today. I'm not going to be doing anything super exciting. I still need to do some work on the mansion. So those of you who were with me in the previous stream on Monday, we didn't do too much. Oh, hold on, I gotta volume on. Otherwise my ears will explode. I haven't done much on the mansion apart from just focusing on blacksmithing and trying to build up this nice hedge wall. And that's what I'm gonna focus on today. So there are a few things that I want to continue on doing. There are a few things that I need to tidy up. Antelope, good evening to you. And yeah, we're just gonna have a nice chill evening. We're not gonna do anything crazy. Before I started playing today, I was trying to tweak some stuff on the server. And I think that's one of the important things that I do want to mention at the very beginning of the stream, because that's usually where folks are usually the most tuned in, especially when they watch the kind of like VODs of the streams. The server that I'm hosting, it's gonna go through wipe within the next day or two. We're gonna be starting all over. And if you're looking for a place to play, if you're looking for a place to kind of settle on the multiplayer, you're more than welcome to join. All the details on how to join the server are in my Discord. So kind of hop onto the Discord, you'll find everything there. Anyways, guys, how was your week? Because mine was incredibly full of work. I don't think I'm gonna be exaggerating if I say that I haven't worked this hard since at least the last 6 to 7 years. When I finish work, my brain is so fried. I like have zero energy for anything else. I usually just sit down and stare mindlessly at the screen. I don't even play games that much. Sando, yo to you as well. Good evening. So I haven't gotten around anything like cool, anything fancy. I even stopped walking after work. Kind of wanted to. Sorry. I had this New Year's resolution to try and like move more, but over the last 2 days, without any energy. And again, an interesting thing, the air is so horrible where I live. We actually made it to top 20 the most polluted cities in the world. It's probably a good thing that I don't do too much outdoors activities in general. Minok, evening to you. Your week, Kingy says that like his week was great. I was gone for a while of school. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen you on stream for like 2 months, so it's nice to see you. And if you're looking for a place to play, then like, you're already in the Discord, so you will easily find it. Anyways, yeah, so that's been my week. I'm so looking forward to Friday. You guys cannot even imagine. Tomorrow's last day, then I'm gonna have a 2 days off. My wife is leaving for the weekend. I'm gonna be home alone. Yeah, sorry. I was over. So my wife is right next to me, and like she thinks I was over enthusiastic about the fact that she's leaving for the weekend. Yeah, that's probably in trouble. Customs every day. Welcome. Do I want to play Dune Imperium? No, because I cannot leave the house, bro. I would love to, but I am basically on house arrest because I need to take care of the dogs. So what I'm gonna start with today is I'm just gonna go to the park. I'm gonna grab some more hedges, and but before I do that, I have to clear out the area a little bit, because you remember last time when I was here, there were so many zombies here that the game started to just lag insanely, and was unplayable. By the way, let me know if you can hear the game audio well, because it is an issue from time to time, and I want to make sure that you guys can hear the game and not just me yapping. Though I know you are all here just to listen to me yapping. Still. Noise. So you're watching Real Madrid against... They play Atletico. While I was gone, I recommended PZ to my friend. He said it was cool, but he barely plays it. Like, look, it's not a game for everyone. It's this type of game that you either fall in love with and just play extensively for insane amount of hours. It's already top 2 on my all-time list in terms of hours. It's still a few hours behind Hearts of Iron, but at this pace, I will probably... It's probably going to be number 1 by March of this year. ADHD, Sando. Like, two games at the same time and a stream. Yeah. Wish me luck streaming and following the game. That is going to be interesting. I still want to, like, apart from, like, having the game in the background, I still, like, want to continue playing. So you guys might get some first-hand experience on how emotional I get at times when I watch football. Yes, my dogs hate it, by the way, especially one of them. So you know I have 2 dogs, right? Both of them are quite sensitive. So one was already kind of terrified of me watching football games for like a year. But recently, the other one also started to react to it, so I'm probably doing something wrong. But it is what it is. So essentially, going back to what I was saying and going back to Zomboid, the park area, which has the hedges that I want to collect, is here. But there is like tons of housing, and this place is just like crawling with zombies. I don't think I want to leave them all alive, so I will try to work my way through these streets. Maybe I'm gonna find some decent loot in these houses, you never know. Not that I really need anything specific, but you know, you never know. Maybe I'm gonna find some sort of a cool collectible item. Stock certificates, postcards. I love collecting postcards. I haven't found too many, so it's always nice. What's the name on my back? I don't have a name on my back. It's a blank official Arsenal shirt. Without a name on the back. But if I was to choose... If I was to choose a number and the name on the back, I would go with 42. Because my absolutely favorite player is Declan Rice. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. It's not official. Because this is a gift from my wife. So are you telling me you bought me a fake? Yo, you got me a fake? I cannot believe this. That's new to me. Anyways. You know what? Get out. That's disgusting. Who plays with 34? We don't have a player that plays with 34. We do have a player that plays with divorce incoming. We do have a player that plays with 33. And that's Riccardo Calafiori, but we don't have, at least not in the first squad. Maybe there is a player in like the deep rotation that does play with 34. Oh, someone here. Oh, a confused zombie, guys. He doesn't know what to do. So in case some of you were wondering, I do have zombie respawn off in this playthrough. I'm gonna have zombie respawn on the server. Nothing, you know, nothing too crazy, just a low respawn rate, because I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think for multiplayer games, it is kind of important to have at least a small respawn rate, just to keep, you know, things exciting and force people to engage a bit with the environment and stuff. Oh, that's actually good. I'm gonna fix the hood in the car because I think I banged it up a little bit. Chaka used to play with 34 indeed. He's now plays for Sunderland with 34 and just such an amazing footballer. Yo, the guy has a hey Achilles, good evening to you. The guy has an incredibly interesting story because, I mean, get this. You play for Arsenal. You leave Arsenal for Bayer Leverkusen. And you win the Bundesliga championship, like, out of nowhere. Nobody would expect Leverkusen to win the championship in Germany. So you leave Arsenal for Leverkusen. You win the championship there. And then you immediately leave for Sunderland. And you play for Sunderland, which is incredibly good this season. So, a very odd career path. Achilles, how was my day? My day was incredibly busy. Thank you for asking. Work has been just insane over the past weeks. And it doesn't seem like it's going to get any better soon. So yeah, for most of the time, it's just... like... I hope it's gonna get better soon, but it doesn't seem so. Customs, I don't have the answer yet because I haven't actually hit level 5 electrical. Still a bit yeah, off that level, but it's likely I'm gonna get it today. Actually, when I was playing Monday, we were kind of all over the place. Finally, I focused on blacksmithing and I like immediately regretted it. And just going back to what Kingy mentioned, I do love the street names as well. It makes navigation so much easier, especially in multiplayer. It's going to be much easier to find one another if you are able to just say the street name, right? You will no longer be forced to say, well, I am next to this like fancy house with a pool. You just like give the street name or the corner. Sorry guys for being super focused, but as you can imagine, this moment does require a bit of focus. Should be done with this group soon. Almost there. 2 more. Oh, game froze. God, I hate when it happens during combat. Okay, oh, come on, 1 more. Okay, almost there, almost clear. Yeah, the noodles are starting to look bad. She definitely needs a breather. Okay, decent. Just a few, few kills to warm up before whatever's upcoming. What would be the perfect career for you? That is a very personal question. Very good one. And I think the honest answer that I can give is probably not far away from what would I consider as a perfect career. So I'm basically, there's nothing like fancy in what I do. I have a corporate job. I'm currently leading a team of project managers for... Thank you. You scared me now. So I'm like, nothing really fancy. I'm leading a team of project managers for like a large consumer electronics brand. And why I think it's like very close to what I like to do, what I think would be perfect, because I think I'm pretty decent at my job, but I just enjoy working with people. I like when stuff get done, and you know, I find it rewarding. I think if you think about it, and if you really like deep dive into this question, you should focus on things that you would find rewarding for yourself. The best way to really find pleasure in doing a job is, you know, when you finish a day, you would say, you know what, I've done good things. And probably if you think about being a project manager in a corporation, like, might not necessarily strike you as something important, but like, I find the fact that, you know, things get done, people collaborate, we're having a good time doing it, that this is perfect. If it's, you know, if it's like linked to like a decent salary, that's even better. So, but in the end, do whatever makes you feel happy with what you've did. And what I'm doing right now does give me that feeling. I have a really great team, which I have a very good connection with. I have a fantastic boss, which I think also have a very similar mindset. So I wouldn't probably do anything else at this stage, even though that, like, I have a tons of work. And like mentioned, at times my mind is just fried. I totally love what I'm doing. I'm in a house, a brown one, a green counter. Exactly. So now that you have the street names, it's easy to really navigate. Rebecca, good evening to you. And Remco, oh my, welcome back. Been a while. Lovely to see you also. Now, one thing I forgot to grab from my base, and it's kind of an issue, is I forgot to grab a gas mask. Now, that's something that I never really appreciated that much until I died once due to corpse sickness. And right now, I am really paying attention to that. So whenever I am entering an area that is... Ooh, that... antibiotics. Love it. So whenever I enter an area that is full of zombies, I would... I mean, like corpses. I always try to be mindful of the fact that it's better to wear a gas mask. You prefer working alone? And look, that's the thing. We're all different. We are all different. We all fit different, like... Yo, picture of Casey Joe. One of the rarest items, I think. Definitely grabbing it. But what I was saying is, we all fit into different roles and like can achieve success in different things. It's important to know yourself and to like find things which you find rewarding. And if you ever work not as a solo contributor, but if you work, even if you're a solo contributor but in a larger organization, super important for the person that is your manager to really understand your strengths and how, like, you being a person that strives in working alone, really important for the managers to really be able to know what makes you you know, like, feel appreciated and productive. So yeah, I mean, look, I could talk about corporate. Look, I've been working in corporations for 18 years now. Longer than I was educating myself, so I could probably spend a long time talking, but I don't think this is why you are here. And Minyok can chip in here if he's still with us, because Minyok, how long did we work together? Was it like 6 years? I think it was something like 6. And just to complete, because I read the second part of your comment, Achilles. 6, so yeah, I got it. Being a manager actually, it's a lot of things. But if like if you would ask me what is my like motto or credo, I always try to create environments where people just feel like, good with what they're doing. So it's mostly just working with people, understanding them, getting to know them, understanding what makes them efficient, understanding what they don't like, and trying to like work the pieces in a way that people who are good at one thing cannot do that, and there are people who are better at another thing and they can do that. So it takes time, it takes a bit of experience, it takes making mistakes also and learning from them. So, Renko, since we haven't seen you in a while, how was your holiday break? Oh, good. If you want to share, of course. I mean, don't feel obliged. No. Yeah, I absolutely need to get back to base and grab my gas mask. This is gonna be dangerous. I don't want to risk it. So I'm gonna finish up this group. It's getting late anyway. Oh, I was unlucky. I wasn't able to like shove them to the ground, but now it's a bit better. Oh, I thought this fence was also here. All right, never mind. So yeah, my intention is to clear out these groups slowly, one by one. Because I just don't like the fact that there are so many. I can barely see that one from the bush. Yeah, my moodles are just crazy now. But that's like what I said. I'm just gonna finish these off, and I'm not gonna be doing else. I don't want to risk cocky with anything. I worked with large client teams early 2000s. Exactly, so I have a very similar experience right now. Basically, like, the reason I went so AWOL on the channel was that I actually changed my role late November. I was doing something else, now I'm doing something else. And ever since I changed, I got so much new stuff to take care of, and that's why it's really just draining my energy. But yeah, it's incredibly rewarding. Skill check, you want to check out the skills? There you go. They're not looking... They're pretty decent, I would say, for that 2-month-old playthrough. But I was lucky enough... I was continuing with this character after the first character died, and I did have a nice collection of books. I was missing some books because... the previous character, whenever I would read a book and I wouldn't need it, I would just burn it in the fireplace, and the guys on stream were laughing at me. Why are you burning books? And I was so confident saying, well, I'm not gonna be needing them anymore. And yeah, then the character died and I had to like start over again with a new one, and I was missing some books that I've burned earlier. Don't burn books. I think that's the conclusion. Nothing good ever comes from burning books. We mainly rested and did housekeeping during holidays. Oh, that's awesome. I'm actually going. I'm going to Ukraine later this year. Probably yes. As well. It's not a secret. I was mentioning that my wife is Ukrainian. So we tend to go there from time to time. I've been there. I've been there last year, in Lviv. It's probably one of my favorite cities, like, all over the world. And we're probably gonna go this year also. Don't know when. You can use multiple copies as Firestar. Yes. The problem was I was just burning everything, right? So if I had one copy of Agriculture level 2, I would just burn that. But I do agree that like, you should be able to tear out individual pages and use them as fire starters, because if you think of it, you're able to start a fire with a single page, right? And a book is what? 220 pages. So technically it should be good. Start 220 fires. Purely following logic. But I don't think anyone ever really put any attention thinking about it. Found this nice Chinese. I need more plants here. I have a love and hate relationship with plants. I mean, I would love to have them, but I would hate to maintain them. And I think there is a specific person, like, in my house who would probably agree. Like, loving the concept of having plants, not loving the concept of actually needing to take care of them. And therefore, they just die. Guys, by the way, Natanek disagrees. One thing. I saw something in one of the comments under one of the videos that I've posted on food preservation. I saw a comment mentioning that jarring food does not extend the lifetime of it to 365 days. That's what I've mentioned. That's what I was mentioning in the episode. That's jar vegetables, they would be good for 365 days. And I was called out saying that it's not 365 days, it's less. And I checked, and indeed, right now, the Wikipedia page says that it's 30 days staying fresh. Now, I am quite sure that it was longer and that it was changed in one of the updates that was done to build 42. I think it was 42.10. Because I then went to Wikipedia and I read the patch notes for every single update just to try and find if I was just crazy and made a mistake. But was it longer? I mean, you all play the game. Some of you play the game long enough also to know. So, like, am I imagining things or did they actually change it? Because I'm almost certain it was a year. Keeping plants is a good way to build some discipline. Totally agree. Dogs are just enough. That's also a valid take. I swear to God, I do remember checking on Wikipedia and seeing 365 days. I hope I wasn't imagining things. And then now I am unable to kind of, you know, recreate that because it's, you know, it's already changed. But I was sure it was 365 days. You're only 250 hours in. Really? Wow, okay, that... You surprised me massively. Wait. I'm pretty much the same, but with a 1 in front. I am currently at 8,200 something. Probably around 1,250. I'm gonna check it now because Now that you've mentioned it, I'm curious. I am exactly at 1,226. Which is... How much is it actually? In days. How many days did I... Any other major improvements? It wasn't an update that like drastically changed the... what I can say is that the 42.13 is very stable for single player. So this playthrough right now, it's a classic single player pure vanilla 42.13. It's very stable, it's very pleasant. I really enjoy it. I don't have any mods. And still I find the game really fun to play. But obviously what they prioritized was releasing the multiplayer. The multiplayer is choppy. It's quite choppy, but you know, it's playable. You do get all kinds of different weird issues. The one thing that really discourages me a little bit from playing multiplayer right now is the fact that unfortunately the workstations tend to bug out. So like you're able to craft one thing in the workstation and then you're unable to craft anything else, and the only thing that solves the issue is like restarting the server and stuff. But yeah, if you don't really want to focus so much on capitalizing on all these fancy features of, say, wanting to have your own blacksmithing workshop, then this unstable version of multiplayer is decent. But it's definitely not something that I would consider to be like stable enough to plan 6 months of life for a server. That's why I am planning a wipe and a restart for the weekend. So with a brand new like world. And this is probably gonna be the last test iteration before we get the stable version and we are actually going to have a server, which I can say is going to be like the one that I'm gonna keep. Not, I don't want to say forever, but for long. As you can see, guys, I've got tons of food. The amount of food that I have right now is just ridiculous. By the way, how are my crops? One thing I was mentioning last week, not last week, but on Monday, is agriculture became much easier than it was before. There was a lot of complaints about agriculture, that it's really high effort, low reward. So for those of you that were not here last week, I haven't used any mods. I haven't done anything with my plants. I didn't even regularly water them. I just let the nature do its thing. And I was able to harvest almost everything that I sow, except 3 plants which died due to this. Apart from that, everything like grew without any issues. And my agricultural skill right now is just bollocks. 7. And I haven't gone even through a single sowing season. So basically... speaking of, you were asking if the game is fine and stuff, and there were any changes. So get this. It's the 4th of June, right? So it's June 4th. And the temperature outside is 0 degrees. So when I was playing offline, I had snow mid-May. So something's definitely off with the weather. But apart from that, everything else seems to be pretty much affected. What do you think is the hardest thing to do in PZ, like farming? The hardest thing to do is to like remain like mentally sane while trying to level up blacksmithing. That is just the most crazy thing one can do, which is actually what I'm planning to do. I even have a workshop already set up over here, right? It actually looks pretty badass and I really like it. I've built it all myself, by the way. It was not pre-built. But in all seriousness, I think I'm gonna go philosophical, like a bit of philosophical now, because I think the hardest thing to do in general is finding the purpose once you secure everything you need. Which to some extent is reflective of how a normal person would behave in a situation like this. So if you go beyond your basic survival need, right? So imagine, have food on the table, you have a warm place to sleep, have access to drinking water. You don't need to satisfy any of your basic needs on the Maslow's pyramid. Then the purpose starts to kick in, right? So you need to have a purpose. Like, we humans are purpose driven. There needs to be something that drives us. And I think at some point you would just, sorry to say, but you're gonna get bored and you're gonna do some stupid shit and die. That's basically how Project Zomboid is structured. So like eventually you will do something that's just so so crazy that it's gonna kill you. That is a very decent roast. Customs mentions that PZ takes the climate change into account, but the problem is, like, they're doing it the opposite way. So, technically speaking, if we take into consideration climate change, we should be getting insanely hot days in December. Then again, over the past week or so, Warsaw, where I live, we are like steadily below 5 degrees Celsius all the time, and we drop into double digits during nights. Unusual. I haven't been used to a winter like that. Evening dual filter. If you guys are wondering why I'm constantly touching my microphone, this whole thing started to move, and I'm not sure it's supposed to do that, and I don't know why it does it. I just need to tighten the screw here a little bit. Alright, all good now. So, recently, yeah, it's been extremely cold here. Sanda would go to the LV hospital. So one of the things that I'm actually planning to do, believe it or not, is I want to take a second jab at the Grand Ohio Mall. Or is it the Crossroads Mall? The mall, like, close to this location where I am. That's what I want to do. And I want to approach it with a bit of like structure. So I've made a couple of noisemakers to try and lure the zombies out, and maybe I'll play with explosive. But first I need pipe bombs to be able to do that. I'm doing very good, dual filter. How are you doing? Thank you for asking. I can imagine you have double-digit negative temperatures where you are. That's probably fairly standard. I'm gonna put the game on in the background, guys. Still a few good 20 minutes to the game start, but I'm gonna run in the background. I really want to follow it closely. I just need to figure out the good way to be able to follow chat along. There. I've made it. I got the game in the background, I've got the chat, I've got you, I've got Project Zomboid. Life is great. Life is just brilliant. Good evening from Germany. You're not the first German here. Guten Abend, I think. I didn't butcher that. Hope I didn't. But our resident German viewer is not with us tonight. I'm not sure where Blight is. Be busy. You were seriously looking for jars and lids for me. Oh my god, that's so sweet. So jars we're all set. Jars I can make on my own. Now the problem is that I am unable to make lids because of this damn blacksmithing being just so incredibly annoying. So yeah, that's a thing I need to figure out. Oh shit, animal books are left in the house. My bad. See you, Remco. See you Monday. We are streaming on Monday. And look, maybe we'll play together over the weekend. I'm alone for the weekend. I'm gonna have all the time in the world to play. Apart from the fact that I do have a checklist of things that I'm supposed to do. Like, wife gave me a checklist of things that I need to do. But I should be done with them. Oh, it's mostly cooking. One of the issues that we actually found recently is that now that I have so much work, I don't have time to cook, and my wife is always busy during the day because of her work, and it turns out in the end that shit, we don't have anything to eat. We have to improvise. So the idea is for me to spend some time cooking. And that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing over the weekend. I'm going to be like cooking a good big portion of goulash. I'm going to be making some pulled pork. So I'm going to spend a few hours in the kitchen, and I'm probably going to use about 5 kilograms of meat total. But I love cooking, so I am really excited. What town region am I in? In game or in real life? In game, let me show you because I think it's important. So basically this is the Louisville airport, okay? This is the Louisville airport, and this is a very cool farmstead, just like southwest of it. And we are slowly tapping into Louisville. So I cleared this rural area, this neighborhood over here, and I'm trying now to work my way to the park. So that's where we are. And I initially spawned in Muldrow. So the character's story was spawn in Muldrow, get her bearings, get here, and start a new life. You felt like I gave you a side mission. Well, but then again, if I gave you a side quest, there needs to be a reward for this side quest. Is there anything that you would like me to do for you? I thought so too. I thought that Louisville would be something like crazy, but then I went there and I started to familiarize myself with how Louisville feels. And again, I forgot about the gas mask. Shit, that's not good. Okay, so I'm gonna clear just a bit and get back again. But then again, once you get some experience, once your character gets, some higher levels of skill in weapons usage and strength, it tends to become slightly easier. But then again, obviously, you have to strategize. You cannot just charge them like a madman. You have to really approach it with a plan. And this is not high population, this is normal population. Actually, I say it's a task, that it's not a big task. I mean, my character did die, actually. So this is a character who lore-wise is a sister of my original character. And my previous character that I was playing this playthrough, she died because of a random sprinter just running up from behind and biting me in the neck, which just took me over the top. And the first thing I did when I respawned is I went into debug mode and I disabled sprinters. because yeah, it frustrated the hell out of me. Oh, jeez, I'm so stupid. I forgot my entire gear. Are you serious? Not only have I forgotten to take the gas mask, I didn't take my backpack, I didn't take my meds. Gotta go back. Apologies. So, Achilles, one of the things that we tend to do is we oftentimes like cook large portions. Oh, that was close, wasn't it? And the surplus goes into the freezer. But I like there is like a rotation of meals that I like to do, which I really enjoy. Not that I don't try new things, but I'm not a big peas guy. Honest. I almost died over there, by the way. That was super close. And I haven't checked the upstairs. Ooh. Oh, that's a nice haul, guys. Beta blockers and soap and caffeine pills. One of the things that is still pending for this character is I barely did any firearms usage. I need to start using firearms because if I plan on going into the mall, I absolutely need to you know, be competent enough using firearms. Nothing of value. Forgot my pen. Ingi, if you're running, it's been lovely to see you on stream. Like, stay tuned on the server, on Discord, because obviously you were asking about multiplayer, so it's all there. Guys, I'm going back to base. I need my stuff. Why are you shocked that I will cook goulash? It's actually pretty easy and incredibly, like, it's like a comfort food for me. It's incredibly, it's soothing, it's filling, especially in a weather like this, right? If I have like, it's -5 and you cook like a bowl of warm goulash, you mix it with either potatoes, or some other filler. It's just amazing. Oh, the next vid. Man, you're making me feel bad. I don't have time to do videos. I am so busy. I mean, I would have time. Okay, I don't want to sound like a person that doesn't have time, and I don't want to sound like I'm making excuses as well. But really, recently, I am so out of energy after I finish work that I just don't have the brain capacity to do so, and I much rather put that energy into streaming because I do enjoy like playing with you, interacting with you. It's much more fun than like doing videos. Even though I do enjoy making videos, but these take much more time. They take more planning, some effort, and if I am tired, I just feel like I would release crappy content, and that's not what I want to do. It was -17 last night. Wow. So I missed that. I missed that, see? So -5 was like during the day. Because I'm checking the weather when I'm like taking my dogs out for a walk just to see if I need to put a sweater on them or not. And when I was checking midday, it was like -5. But I was mentioning earlier that double digits during nights are quite common. So you know what, guys? I'm gonna do something else. Take care, Kingy. It was, again, nice to see you. I'm gonna do something else. Instead of going back there, what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna go out and start shoot some stuff. And level up aiming and reloading a little bit. I do have a ton of firearms at this point that I could definitely use. So the thing is, we call it goulash also. So it's obviously Hungarian. I am probably not making it the proper way. I do it my own way, but basically what we call goulash is like a stew, which is meat based, with red peppers, with onions. The way that I do it is I take pork, I take some smoked bacon, I chop the smoked bacon into small pieces, and I let them like sit in a huge pot in a very, very low temperature, so that the bacon will just release all the fat. And once the fat gets released and the bacon starts to get a bit crispy, then I throw in tons of onions, let them, you know, like get really soft. Then I would throw in the meat, and then once the meat like just closes on high temperature, I would cover all of that with beer. That's how I do my goulash. And then I let the meat boil in beer, and then I throw in red peppers, I throw in carrots, and it usually just like cooks for 2 to 3 hours, so that everything is incredibly tender. It actually falls apart in many cases. And towards the very end of the process, I also usually add some like dried plums to add a bit of sweetness. And like, I can imagine that's probably, for somebody that's orthodox about goulash, it's probably just blasphemy what I'm doing. But it actually turns out really good. It's one of the types of foods that I really enjoy. It's not a lot of work also, because the only thing that you would actually you actually need to do is you need to do some prep work with all the different ingredients, but then it's basically just all doing itself by itself, right? Yeah, that's the like the history of the dish, isn't it? It was kind of a shepherd's dish. Same thing with shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie is also something that I tend to do from time to time, which is also a very typical, like, a dish that would be made by shepherds, right? Because it's mostly just some vegetables, some meat covered in potatoes. So it's the type of a meal that like historically a family would eat a few times per year because the precious ingredients. And it's also really good, but it's much more time consuming process of preparing it. It sounds like pineapple on a pizza. It's really good, and it's nowhere near a pineapple on a pizza. It's really good. Okay, I'm gonna start shooting, guys. What's my skill level? I think it's very low. I actually barely shot at all. But I do have the multiplier, XP multiplier, so let's see. And I got a Desert Eagle. I gotta put it to good use. That was a false start. All right. Oh, guys, the teams are in the tunnels. The game is starting in 5 minutes. Let's go. The thing is, when you do shepherd's pie, you don't really add that many spices into it. It's mostly just, you can add some herbs and a bit of salt, but you don't really do, like, you don't add a lot of spices. So what's really great is that they really fixed shooting. Shooting right now is... Look at this. I mean, skill level nothing at all, and I can like one-shot enemies with a properly placed headshot, which was absolutely not the case in like early versions of Build 42. So I'm really happy about how it is right now. No, I'm not. This is my, like, single-player playthrough. Pretty decent, huh? I wish the experience would rise a bit quicker, but it's still decent. I mean, she's still effective, even without like any skill at using weapons, so not bad. And even from a pretty decent range, I mean, okay, this is Desert Eagle, so it's probably one of the best, like, weapons. But regardless, I mean, it's fun. I'm out of ammo. I need to, yeah, I need to. The English invaded half of the world, and the funny thing is they did invade it for spices, among other things, and the only thing they did with spices was to trade them. And not actually use them. Yeah, that's a classic meme, isn't it? Cleared guns unlimited in 2 days, but in some sort of a recent playthrough? Nice. Do I want to hear a joke? Always. As long as it's not, like, too racist. Holy shit, I've done better than I thought. I wasn't actually planning on clearing this entire intersection. Oh, okay, that's sweet. I know this one. I know this one. I know this one, but you can, like, you can write it for the rest of the crew on chat. Kick off, guys! Come on, you gunners! Oh, I'm gonna be like multitasking now, guys. By the way, hold on. I gotta check the poll. Do we have Arsenal fans here? 44% say, "What's that?" Sweet. Yeah, I know. But out of those of you Out of those of you who actually voted, like majority says Arsenal. So why was like the Giza pyramid still in Egypt? Well, because the Brits didn't find a way to transport it back to London. Then again, I saw a very interesting argument recently in some sort of an online discussion, specifically about some collectibles from Africa in the British National Museum, and the justification why it was actually correct for the Brits to kind of collect these items was that had they not done it, they would be lost forever. Which, when you think of it, to some extent, it does make sense. Oh, I'm out of ammo. This is gonna be my last magazine. Okay, good. Make them count. I'm out. That's it. Muscle strain. Do you get muscle strain for firing firearms? That's interesting. And yeah, how many? 17 experience points? Okay, it's gonna take a long time to level this up. A long time. By the way, guys, did you ever try fishing? Oh, Jesus, the weather in London is just horrible. It's pouring rain. Wow. Ugh. Ever tried fishing? In Project Zomboid, of course, not in real life. Jesus, the weather is dreadful. Ah, whoa. It's like, it's raining so bad that when you watch the game, the picture is not like fully clear, but it looks like a bit foggy, if that makes sense. It's such a bad weather. I would hate to play in such kind of weather. IRL fishing is much better. I would agree. Though I'm not a huge fishing guy. My father-in-law is just crazy when it comes to fishing. It's his favorite thing to do. Oh no! Oh no! Oh Jesus, I'm an idiot. I moved too fast and the entire outfit switching thing didn't work. Oh shit, but it's too cold for this outfit. Okay. Yeah, it is. It's 9 degrees in June. Doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna go fishing now. Since you guys never tried it. Let's see what I'm able to catch. Sanda, what's the score between Real and Atletico? Lure fishing is more efficient. I do have a lure. But I found recently that it's actually quite useful. It's quite useful to use dog food. I even have a can of dog food opened. It's actually frozen right now. 1-0 from the second minute. Interesting. And which minute is it right now? It's probably second half, isn't it? I'm gonna go to my fishing pier, which I've built. So, the thing is, Pargiraf, is that they've added this option in build 42 somewhere like around 42.6 or 7. So now you have this option to switch outfits, which is amazing because you can have all these kinds of different outfits and, like, you know, switch them in between. So you can have your combat outfit. I haven't sacrificed the game. I'm watching it on the second on the second monitor. It's fairly even for now. So this is my fishing pier. I should have defrost that food before. So here is my fishing gear. That does include the backpacks. So basically, what it does is you just switch out the entire outfit. So all the clothes and all the extra accessories. So I have like my house outfit where, you know, she has her like leggings and stuff, and like I have my combat outfit with the fanny packs, with the backpack and everything. Yeah, I know. So for the lure fishing, you have to like slowly reel it in and wait for the fish to like catch. This is definitely a fish. You can see by the behavior. This is definitely a fish. Oh, look at this. It's fighting me. It's a big one. It's a big one. It must be a big fish. Oh, wow. I've never fought a fish for so long. There it is. What was that? Look, it's always something. It was just a... I mean, that fish was a fighter. That's the thing. It was a fighter. Oh, this one is even more impressive. What's my fishing skill, by the way? I don't even know what's my fishing skill. My fishing skill is really bad. Okay. That explains. And is the dog food? No, the dog food is not good yet. Corner kick to Arsenal. Those of you that don't follow like football too much and don't follow Arsenal, Arsenal is probably the most deadly team out of corner kicks in the entire world right now. Up to a point that they are sometimes called the set piece FC. So anytime... Oh, this is a nice fish. It's all decent. Each one of them, each one of these fish is like solid meal. Well, that didn't work. Hey, oh, jeez, I don't want to butcher your name. Malfeitor. Awesome. That's nice. Have you been playing long? Let me know. Nailed it. Let's go. It's my day, definitely. You caught me in a time where I am kind of multitasking because my favorite football team is playing and I'm kind of doing two things at the same time. Right now just fishing. Okay, somehow I am just catching small fish. Let me see if I switch the bait. Let's test it out. Let's see if I remove the lure. I'm going to add the dog food. $140 hours and most of them on multiplayer build 42. So you're a pretty fresh player, are you? How are you enjoying Zomboid? Well, anyways, if you're looking for like people to play with, since you have so many hours, I would imagine there's probably like a friend group or something that you're playing with. But if for any reason, you know, they get bored of the game or anything, I'm actually having my own server. So, if like you want to hang out and stuff, there is a server which is actually gonna get a wipe, probably tomorrow or Saturday latest. So we're gonna start fresh. So if like you want to join, you're more than welcome. I'm in love with it. Made it to 19 days when... That's stupid. So, like... Oh, you're hosting your own. Oh, that's nice. Do you use any mods? And do they work for you? Because I've been trying to get mods to work on my server, and like I don't know, maybe I'm just stupid or something, but they just refuse to cooperate with me. Yes. I would love to help you, but yeah, the mods don't work for me also. I'm gonna have to figure it out though, before the wipe. I have some time planned for that tomorrow. This is the last fish that I'm catching. I'm going home. I'm gonna read some books and just gonna go to sleep. The game is, for now, a bit even. Slightly tilted towards the Arsenal side, so far so good. We are on the offensive now, guys. Empty tin can. Are you serious? Wow, yeah, that was the best catch of the day. Lovely. Yeah, I'm done. You know, that's the moment that the lake just tells you it's probably time to go, brother. We almost scored. So the funny thing is, like those of you who follow football, especially English football, how is that not a penalty? Those of you who tend to follow football, you might be familiar with Mark Goldbridge. He's probably one of the biggest like online influencers for football. I sometimes like to watch him, especially when his team plays Manchester United. It's just so hilarious to watch how he gets frustrated whenever something happens. So yeah. How was that not a penalty? What the hell? Hold on, guys. I gotta check the replay on this. Oh, come on! No, that's not a penalty. He just fell down like a little bitch. You gotta be strong. Fight for position. Jesus. Okay, but we're starting to gain some momentum. This is looking optimistic. So, Sandow, are you a Madrid fan? Are you a Madrista? So I would imagine you did not like those 2 free kicks from Declan Rice. How's the football culture? I don't really care about football culture in my country because I completely despise football in Poland. Basically, it's crap. The most of the like fan bases they're fine. You know, there are some local beefs between here and there. There is a minor vocal. There's like a vocal minority of really aggressive fans, oftentimes connected to like, you know, criminal underground. There was actually a very funny story recently. You know, like football fans are usually skewed to the right, and if you're skewed to the right, you're say anti-immigrant, you're very nationalistic, and they were very vocal about, you know, being anti-immigrant, that you don't want to have any immigrants in your country, like you calling the government out for like opening the borders and stuff. And then a few weeks ago, they what they've done is they like police caught a whole gang that was specializing in smuggling people through the borders, illegal immigrants. And I'm sure you can imagine that the gang was run by the same football fans who on the stadiums were anti-immigrant. So it's kind of the Schrödinger's fan base. And I see that, Sandow, you already replied to the question about PvP. There is no official PvP. You are okay to have PvP, but I do have a safety system on. So if you don't flag yourself for PvP, you will not engage in PvP. That's the thing, right? You that is so... It's just borderline idiotic. If you're anti-immigrant and like usually, and for us in Poland, it's more than half. It's probably like 70 or 80% are just foreigners. So yeah, like I really hate like one of the... I don't really hate people. I'm not this kind of a person, but there is one specific character trait which I despise in people, and that is like hypocrisy. So I hate people who are hypocritical. Like, you are absolutely entitled to any kind of world or political views that you have. But if you're trying to enforce your views on someone else, but you alone are not following them, then I have huge problems with you. Yeah, I mean, as you've mentioned, hockey players, I mean, Ovechkin was celebrated like a god last year when he when he beat Gretzky's record, right? It was like all over everywhere. Blight! There we are. There you are. I was actually mentioning you earlier. Blight is our resident German viewer. We are not doing a political stream. It's just happened like you arrived at the best possible time for that. Had a nap till late. You're probably gonna go to sleep at like what 2 a.m. or something. He can take over. Actually, we're having a sports stream today. Apart from playing Zomboid, I'm actually watching Arsenal play. Huge game for us against Liverpool. Huge game. If we manage to win it, we are 8 points clear in the Premier League. The title challenge becomes a realistic possibility if this game ends with an Arsenal win. Totally. I totally agree. It's not political to like just be polite to people and appreciate their hard work and, you know, like positive impact on your community and your life. What is it? And I would also appreciate some tea, but like a regular tea, not over the top tea. So just a tea with sugar. I don't need spices in it. I don't need like dried leaves. I don't need pieces of furniture in it. Just like regular tea with sugar will be fine. I know you don't consider that to be tea. So the thing is that like we were discussing, my wife, when she does tea, she puts like cinnamon, she puts oranges, lemons, some spices in those teas, ginger, apples. And I'm like, I just want tea, bro. Yeah, I was like exaggerating. Like she finds all kinds of different things to put into her tea. So yeah, and I would just like oh, milk in tea is amazing. I love milk in tea. Like, look, I am 100% on board with you on this. And like, listen, like all in all, Europe is awesome. Okay, I mean, we might have our weird, you know, things here and there. We might have our stupid bottle caps. I'm coming back to the bottle cap discussion very often. But all in all, it's a really interesting place. It's like a mixture of cultures, full of history, safe mostly, and Poland in specifically because I'm Polish. Poland is like recently just considered one of like the best places. You know, the economy is still booming. The place is incredibly clean. If you just like walk on the streets of any major cities, it would be just incredibly clean. It's clean, it's mostly friendly. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else, if I'm to be honest. I mean, if you would tell me you can move somewhere, I don't think I would want to move. I could go some places to, like, for tourism, visit, you know, places here and there, but to live somewhere, wouldn't trade this place for anything else. Yeah, something broke. I'm not sure why she's not putting away the other clothes. Good. And leave us alone with your bottle caps. Again, I like the bottle caps. Call me crazy, call me a madman. I actually like these bottle caps. They make life easy. Look what I've got, guys. I've got picture of Casey Joe. So now I just have to find picture of Bob and picture of Kate, and we have the whole family together. That would be... Are you shitting me? Oh my god, we almost conceded a goal. What in the world was that? Oh, I've never been to Scotland. It's absolutely on our bucket list. It's a place we will definitely visit. We've actually, by we I mean myself and my wife, obviously. I don't travel alone unless it's business, and it doesn't happen too often. It actually happens very, very rarely. But if there is one place in Europe that probably is very high, if not at the top of the bucket list, that would be Scotland. Come on, boys, get your head in the game. Jesus, what are you doing? Bargiraf, I second that. I think, I mean, I was born mid-80s. So my childhood was 90s basically. My young adulthood is 2000s. And I think it was the best, like the most peaceful, the most prosperous period in the history of Europe. So like, we were lucky. I mean, we really drew a lucky card, being born in this age in like Europe. So could be much worse. Then again, you know, like things might go to shit. You never know. So you have to appreciate what you have. Things are good. They could be better, of course, but things are good in general. There is this very like wise Polish saying, which is loosely translated to English as "better is the enemy of good," which essentially just means sometimes if you're trying to find something that is better, you actually end up in a worse position and you don't appreciate how good things are. I like it. It's one of the sayings that I like to use because I think it's very true. Yeah, I forgot about this mishap in 2008 and this other mishap in 2019 with a certain virus. Yeah, house prices. True. So listen. Like, you can always complain on stuff, right? But all in all, if you look, like, at the overall situation, and if you look back at history, it used to be much worse. Yeah, the grass isn't always green on the other side. That's also true. That's like a great representation of the saying that we have in Polish, which I completely forgot that, you know, there is a saying that is also like common in English. Okay, I think I'm gonna go slowly move towards the residential area because I wanted to grab some hedges, which I haven't really done yet. I don't want to run myself into too much zombies. Move back a little bit, but first I'm gonna watch this set piece, guys. Hold on. It's a free kick to Arsenal. And it was a horrible free kick. We're not playing good. We're not playing a good game so far. What's Gini coefficient? Never heard of it. And I tend to like all kinds of different indicators and statistics. And I'm not familiar with that one. Oh, hello. Ah, get in the car. Oh, that was a nice combo. Okay, let's use the environment a little bit. If they break through the door, I'm gonna use the back door. Haha. Oh, come on. They got stuck. Well, the door is still holding. Pretty solid door, gotta say. Statistics showing how wealth is distributed. Ah, okay, so wealth distribution. Okay, so that's probably, yeah, that's probably one of the indicators that is not overly optimistic. I would imagine, yeah, as you mentioned, it's probably worse than during the times that like regular folk decided to hang all the rich people because you know, shit got out of control. And if you would like ask me what are some of the like key issues that we face, especially in like the Western world, affordability and wealth inequality is probably the first two things that would come to my mind. I don't want to sound like some sort of a radical leftist, but I do think we should like just rethink taxation in general. And I did mention it on one of the previous streams, but I am of the opinion that if you reach a certain crazy point of personal wealth or personal net worth, thank you. Like, you shouldn't be allowed to make more money. You should just get like a specific medal, a specific title, like, you know, a handshake saying you've won at life, congratulations. Now everything above what you make is like just distributed for the greater good. But you know, I'm just a humble guy from Europe playing video games, and Elon Musk is gonna hit $1 trillion in net worth next year. What are we even talking about? Yeah, having owning a car company which is valued like at the same value, like 50% of the entire vehicle market, even though they like sell 2% of the cars. Yes, that's not how things should work. It's just weird. Rich people make sure poor people... Yeah, that's the thing. That's kind of like... The system is entrenched right now. And it's entrenched to a point that it's really hard to break it. Oh, a funnel. A useless item. There should be no limit, but after a certain point, every phone call and every business decision should become a public... Oh, that's also interesting. But then again, I mean, if you think about it, publicly traded companies, they are kind of obliged to share these information, so... They're obliged to, like, make their financial public. Ah... We almost scored. The thing with what you are saying is... Oh, I actually need this book. How convenient. What's happening with what you were saying is that most of these like absurdly rich billionaires, they're not rich because they generate something. They are rich because they just own equity, right? They own equity. The equity goes up in value, and since they own a lot of equity, they can accumulate more equity, borrowing against the equity they already own, and it's kind of like an endless money glitch, which regular people like us, like, we would never be able to tap in. The system is basically just set up in a way that it's almost impossible to tap into it, unless you are incredibly lucky and have some like insane connection. Oh, look at this, guys. A hunting camo. How does it look? Oh, this looks nice. This looks badass. I'm taking this hoodie. Especially that this one is like having holes in it. I don't even remember where I like got the holes. All right. Oh, some stuff for blacksmithing. That's always nice. I don't have a pickaxe yet. Don't use it as a weapon, though. It's just terrible as a weapon. 1 second, guys. Corner kick. Oh, come on. Get your head in the game. We're not playing focus today. Playing really bad. Another one. Yummy. The easiest way to join the server is just hopping onto my Discord, because all the details on how to like get into the server are there. In my opinion, which one is better? Strength or fitness? Fitness, because fitness makes you last longer. Uh-huh. What am I saying? And so, I mean, obviously strength is important. It impacts carrying weight, it impacts damage dealt. But you can use weapons which don't really, they're not affected by your strength levels. And fitness is universal. Yeah, I know. That was very, like, that's something that you would say. That's something that you would say. They got little blue. Yeah, exactly, Bubs. Hey, good evening to you. They got blue pills for that. I think now they got all kinds of colors. Not only blue. Do I need any more blue flowers? I think I'm all set with blue. I need just this one like specific type to finish off the decoration in the front yard. I don't think I need any blue. And again, what Achilles mentioned. It does make every single action more impactful. So it's probably trying to find a good metaphor, but it's probably not like one or the other is better. First of all, they are intertwined, and I don't know. I still don't think we're talking Zomboid. If we're not talking Zomboid, then I would definitely say fitness. I like the clapping sound. Oh, Jesus. You guys are dirty. Which is perfectly fine. I'm used to it. I'm not a saint myself. My wife would tell you a story or two about me. The funny thing is that she listens to what I'm saying. Not to everything, but she has, like, you know, this level of attention, and she picks up like certain things that I mention, and sometimes gives me this like look. Drifting. So I don't really have a good way of showing it, but I'm gonna try, alright? I just gotta see what I'm showing you, so you don't see anything. This is... This. Wipes. Don't even ask me what's that. Good. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. There are levels to this game when it comes. Yeah, I changed the temperature of the light. I like to be more brownish. Blink 5 times if you're being held hostage. No, it's amazing. What? What do you mean? Did I show something inappropriate? I'm not following you guys. I was so focused on showing you tea that I wasn't really sure what I'm showing you in the background. I don't think I showed you anything inappropriate. Now I am worried. Sofa leg. What are you talking about? Like, you lost me completely. You lost me completely. I know why I can't craft anything, because I'm out of coal. Gotta make some charcoal. Let's do that. I don't have anything to burn. Ah, furniture. Okay, now I get it. Jesus. Okay, so like, yeah, I'm really slow today, but in my defense, I was kind of paying attention to the game now. So I think what she has here: apples, cranberries. Ravina is cranberries, right? Yeah. And no lemon. Lemon, but no orange. Orange is at the bottom. Jesus. Yeah, so like there is. To nie jest Odegaard, to jest Liverpool. Since when do we play in white? since we have Ben White. Jesus Christ. Oh, guys, I don't know what to say. Something broke with the mannequin, and it makes me frustrated. It's not... She's not putting the outfit away, and that's really frustrating. I hope it didn't bug out, because this is one of the... This is one of my favorite features, actually. And I really do hope it's going to work. Yeah, it's still 0-0. It's actually a close game. And from what I saw, I think Liverpool was... Like, they should have had a penalty. I think they were robbed of a penalty. I'm not liking what I'm seeing. It's not a good game. It's not a confident game. I don't have any food left. Oh, okay, I gotta cook something. Shall we cook some fish with some green peas? Yeah. Green peas, meaning zielony groszek. But the game, like, the Arsenal versus Liverpool is not a good game. It's, first of all, it's not a good game for Arsenal. It's not a good game overall. They're not playing good football. But, I mean, given the weather, it's just raining cats and dogs. I cannot blame them. Half time. Let's cook. Let him cook. Guys, in the meantime, I just checked. There's 15 of you watching. So... Apart from the guys who are very active and, like, we're talking a lot, like, welcome. If you're first time on stream, let me know. Let me know so I can say hi. How did you get here? It's always nice to hear. No, I cannot make a soup out of a... Oh, what? I can't make... okay, I can make a fillet. Alright, we're good. Now it's better. Now I can make a... We're gonna make a fish soup. Ucha. Would you like some of... So, like, I wasn't watching Liverpool that much. I did see a few games, just, like, out of curiosity. And with Salah, they were also pretty poor, actually. No, not guts, no. Ugh. Oh, thank you. It's disgusting the way it is. We don't need to make it any more disgusting. You can, but I've got tons of things that I can use as bait, so I'm just gonna throw them in the compost. Let it, you know, let it just like decompose. Where are you going, babe? You're going to work? Jesus. You do realize it's 10 p.m. Okay, just checking. Why are fresh eggs in the composter? Because I had so many eggs, I didn't know what to do with them. Simple answer. But luckily, all my chickens died, so... the problem kind of solved itself. I now have baby chickens, and I am waiting for them to become, you know, like... Fish got cabbage rolls, missing out. Yuck. So, like, serious question. Because this was something that I wasn't able to figure out. So there is a recipe for cabbage rolls, okay? Which is very classic in Poland, by the way. We call them here gołąbki, which is literally pigeons. And in order to make cabbage rolls, you need cabbage, you need ground beef, rice, onion, and some marinara. Very similar to how we would do it in Poland. Now the problem is ground beef. Now correct me if I am wrong, but I think there is no way to get a slab of beef and turn it into ground beef. Right? Because if I like go into the recipes and try to find ground beef, I am unable to do it. So would it suggest... It does suggest that the only way to actually get ground beef... Yeah, without mods, obviously. I'm sure you can do it with mods, clearly. But it just shows... like, some of the things which are so whack when it comes to crafting in Zomboid that it makes no sense. Because, like, why can't you just chop beef and, yeah, like, even use a knife, but like a meat grinder? It's basic household appliance. I have one. And I would love to make cabbage rolls. I mean, I love cabbage rolls. They are amazing, especially when you don't need to make them, but you can, like, buy them pre-made. Because making them takes a lot of time. Sandwich mode. Yeah, so, like, we have so many things in which we are really, like, missing some very basic things. I don't know. I was shocked when I saw that you cannot make your own ground beef. Shocked. That picture looks nice. Such a... So she has this... If you look closely... Yeah, cheesecloth cannot make cheese. I mean, the fact that we cannot make cheese is like, look, it's blasphemy. It's a crime against humanity. But like, if you look really close, it looks like she has this weird mustache, doesn't it? Like this little mustache. I don't know. Like, used to be popular about 90 years ago. Yeah, it's probably the reason. I totally agree with you, Bubs, that it's like when you just keep on adding stuff and adding stuff, you just at some point forget to connect the dots. But this should be like a no-brainer, right? This should be something that they should quickly pick up and figure out, hey, hold on, I mean, this makes no sense, this is stupid. And the only thing that we would literally need is just a recipe for ground beef. Very simple. I don't even cook. In real life or in Zomboid? Tried to make hay multiplayer, that didn't work. Yeah, but multiplayer is a different thing. I mean, it's just... multiplayer in general is just still very buggy. I'm actually curious when they are going to release some sort of an update. Because obviously they were rushing to get the update out before Christmas. They wanted to capitalize on the Christmas hype. On the fact that people have, you know, they have the time to play. You know, it's a holiday season. So that was like the perfect timing to release multiplayer. Even in the state in which they released it. But now, you know, now it's back to business. Now Indie Stone needs to start working on making the multiplayer really playable. So if I was to guess, I would guesstimate that mid-February we are going to get 42.14 probably. And I would imagine we're gonna get at least one more unstable iteration before we are going to stable one. But these are just me guessing. And we will see eventually if I'm right or not. Yeah, I remember you can't wear ponchos over firefighter jackets, which is also make... Poncho is like... It's the thing you put on top of whatever you're wearing, so... we could probably just go on and give so many different examples. Okay, now I am in need. Ah, I got tons of charcoal. Sweet. I'm gonna move it to the forge. And I can't do... Oh, Zomboid. I like to cook in Zomboid because I like to cook in real life. So this is something that's kind of like... it's important to me. Guys, look, the forge broke. The forge broke. For some unknown reason, the entire workstation just decided to say that it's done. I'm done. I don't want to do anything else. Go away now. Let me try one more thing. Let me take some of these things. Try to approach it from this side. Yeah, look, the crafting... you know Critical Drinker. I love Critical Drinker. The guy, I mean, I watch his every single video. He's one of those YouTube creators which I always follow. Have I tried turning? Yeah, try turning it on and off again. Ha ha ha! Very funny. I don't think it's the rain because remember Monday I couldn't craft anything and it wasn't raining. And I have lighters. So I have source of fire. It just broke. It just broke. I'm sure if it's plugged in. That's a great question. You're supposed to plug it in first. Oh. Let me check. No, it just broke. Something just like decided to not work anymore. I think what I need to do is I need to go and debug. And just, I don't know, remove it and like add another one. But like there is no point in, I mean, I can reload the save. Like it's not a problem. Hold on, we can quit to the menu and reload, but I tried it last time, like on Monday. It didn't work as well. I was getting furious. I'm just making excuses to cheat. Good one. Rain's putting them coals out, but aren't they like in this special like section of like the forge, which covers all the coals? I mean, I'm not a blacksmith in real life, but then again, it just wouldn't make sense. Okay, let's see. I am reloading the save. We will have proof. I've run out of oxygen. That's true. No oxygen, no fire. Wonder why she's alive. Yeah, good night to you as well. Hop on if if you ever find me online. That was a great theory. That was a great strategy, Cotton. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. It's not working, guys. The workstation broke. Can I, I don't know, maybe... Oh, report a bug or something. Oh, Jesus. Oh. No, it's not working. It broke. Yeah, it's that real. It's that real, people. It's too cold to fire up. It's that real that it's the 6th of June and it's 2 degrees. It's realism, you know, taken to a completely different level. So that sucks. Guess I'm gonna read books again. And in the meantime, I'm gonna check the Zomboid the Discord just to see. Do they have like some sort of tech support, advanced forge. Nothing's showing. No posts. Forge? Forging. No, these are like super old threads. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Maybe she's the problem. So that's the thing, Akris. I mean, I tried last time, I tried this time, and with multiple different crafts, I've got so many different ingredients. I got like iron pieces, I got scraps, I've got bars, I've got bars and quarters. So I got tons of different items, which should allow me to at least be able to do something. And yet I am unable to craft anything. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go into debug. I'm gonna delete this one and add a brand new one, see if it's gonna work. Because it makes no sense to fight against broken. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna be finishing up soon. I got incredibly sleepy just now. So I guess I'm gonna be closing soon. I'm just gonna finish the game and go to sleep. I mean, honestly, this week has been such a difficult week for me. I've been working 9 hours on a Monday. I've been working 11 on a Tuesday. I've done another 9-hour on Wednesday, and I did a 9-hour today. So all in all, these weren't days where I was like slacking and not doing anything. Like, yesterday I had 9 calls. Today I had like 6, among other things, and yeah. But hold on, it stopped raining. Let's see if the rain was the issue. Nope. It wasn't the rain. It absolutely wasn't the rain. Oh well, it is what it is. Guys, a few things before I close. I am expecting a slightly easier day at the office tomorrow. So I think what I'm gonna do is My plan is to fix the issue with mods. Because I still can't get them to work. So my plan is to fix the issue with mods still on this existing iteration of the server, and as soon as I don't do that, I have the rule set. I mean, I have the game settings already figured out. I've almost finished the rule set, and once I figure out how to get the mods working, I will finalize the mod list, and I am gonna wipe the server, and we're gonna start together a brand new playthrough. And I do want us to like start anew, maybe even play a bit together, like you know, hop on voice on Discord and just chill out. Especially that it's gonna be the weekend, so I would suppose some of you would have more time to play. But anyways, I'm gonna be wrapping up. I'm gonna have something to eat now. I'm gonna finish the game and I'm gonna go to sleep. And I'm gonna be back on Monday. That's a given. I'm gonna be back on Monday, guys. It does require having a fire starting source, but I have 3 lighters with me, so shouldn't be an issue. Anyways, I'm gonna be signing off. It was lovely playing with you tonight, guys. Keep your fingers crossed for Arsenal. 45 minutes to go. I hope they win. And I'm gonna see you on Monday, same time, same place. Have a lovely weekend if I don't see you. Bye bye.